I'm showing you the capture reset mechanics because a lot of people don't understand them because they're not very intuitive to begin with. There are some significant issues that I disagree with, but let's demonstrate first and then I can explain. It does not even improve gameplay because it punishes team play. Yes, exactly. But let me demonstrate first. So Bismarck, you can sail straight towards the B cap. You can sail straight into B. Just sail straight into B. I'll start by demonstrating on A. So basically what happens when I enter a cap, it takes 1 minute to capture an objective. When I enter a cap, I draw all the capture contribution into myself, into my own ship. So I'm the sole holder of all capture contribution, and they say in 1 minute you can fully cap an objective. Now ideally, if a second ship enters, you have 2 people drawing it, and the time it takes should be reduced. This makes sense. But there are some significant issues if one of the ships are being... Oh, let me get rid of VIP. We don't need it for this. This is live game action. Bismarck, yeah, just go straight into the cap, Bismarck. That's fine. Okay, I'm about to get the cap. Smolensk, you can just park there. I'm gonna ask you soon, not yet, I'm gonna ask you soon to start shooting the Bismarck. Okay, so this worked exactly as it should. I entered the cap. In 1 minute, I was able to secure the objective for my team. Okay, let me enter this cap with the Bismarck. The Bismarck is already capped. He's capped like, what, half of the cap? Almost half. I enter it, and now ideally the timer should say about 20 seconds, because he's already capped half, and now it's just half remaining, and it's the 2 of us. Smolensk, start shooting the Bismarck, please. Start shooting the Bismarck. It's 7... I entered at about 7:55, right? I entered at about 17:55. Now just keep shooting the Bismarck. Someone said 17:58. So I entered at 17:58. Now, I should, because I'm solo drawing the capture into me, or ideally because it takes a minute to cap, I should be able to cap this by 16:58. That would make sense, because, well, I just solo capped A in 1 minute, I should be able to cap B in a minute as well. You feel free to damage gun Bismarck and heal and everything. I want you to stay alive as much as possible. You can shoot the belt, Smolensk, to make sure he doesn't die too fast. Like, shoot the belt armor so it just shatters. So by 16:58, this should be capped, provided the game mechanics works the way it's supposed to. The problem is, the game mechanic doesn't exactly work the way it's supposed to, because that Bismarck is stealing some of my cap contribution. And it's being reset. So 16:58, well, 16:58 has come and gone. 16:48 is about to come up. Still not capped. And at about 16:43, 15 seconds later than when I solo capped, did we manage to combine cap this objective. That's a 15-second cap delay, just because this other ship was in the cap and he was being reset. So that's why I say, if you see a DD capping and you're under fire, don't go into the objective, because you will actually delay capping instead of assisting in capping. So this is obviously, thank you guys both for this demonstration. This is a perfect demonstration. This is of course really stupid, because first of all, it discourages team play. Second of all, it's not obvious in any way. It makes sense that the more ships enter a cap, the faster you cap, and you shouldn't delay it further if one of them is being reset, but that's the way it works. That's the way it works. So the second guy is yoinking part of your capture contribution, and it's being reset over and over again. So having a fellow ship in the cap with you who's being reset will delay you by about 25%. And if you got 2 ships in there and both of them are being reset, then it gets even exponentially worse. So that's why it's even worse in, for example, the game I just had, where I entered the cap and 2 BBs entered the cap as well, and those 2 BBs were being spammed by the enemy team. That's why it took me so very long to secure that objective, because those 2 were actively nerfing me, actively slowing me down, actively making the game harder. So, yeah, obviously it's really stupid, because it discourages team play. It's just poor design, and the game doesn't actually tell you in any shape or form that this is what happens, but this is a mechanic that you should be aware of.